Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Dr. Pratt. Hey, everybody. I'm not sure if Coach Jeff is coming on 100% or not. Just put in the chat if you all can hear me. Uh, we sent the link out pretty late, but let's see. Okay. All right. So I see Shay. Shay, can you hear me? Say if you can hear me, just say yes. Okay. Okay. So you can hear me. Thanks, Dr. Pratt. Okay. Okay. Okay, all right. So it is 11:02. We are late, and let me see if I can share my screen so that we can get started and I won't hold you up. And thank you all for coming. So I'm going to be brief and get it out on what I think that you all should hear. Coach Jeff, if you hear, say something. If you're not, just say something. Okay, he may not be here. So let's just get started. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay. Okay. So we're going to talk about business planning for 2026. This is a topic that really agents don't talk about. Remember, one of the things I say is that I'm like the preacher in real estate, and after 25 years, I can almost tell you a lot about the business. And what I say probably has some merit because I've went through the school of hard knocks. I've had to learn through by what people said. I've had to learn by hitting my head, and mainly I learned by hitting my head a lot. And we want to help you all prevent from hitting your head. So get your pen and paper out. And when you leave here, you're going to take this and run with it. If I were you, and I'm going to do the same thing, I would get a copy of this video and listen to it over and over so that I can master what it says, because this is your foundation right here on your business planning for 2026. Your number one is review performance for 2025 at a glance. You can't plan forward until you measure backwards. And so I want to just give you my real live numbers. Okay. I'm only posting the numbers that was in the Miami board real estate. I'm not posting. Somebody said something. Okay. All right. So I'm not posting my numbers from other deals that I've closed where I've got referrals, but I went to the Miami board and I pulled up my report. In order to be successful, we got to look at our numbers most times, even as a business owner, a small business owner. And remember, as a real estate agent, you all are the CEO of your company, not your broker. Most times, agents tend to think that their broker is the CEO for their company. Their broker is not the CEO. Nobody's going to wake you up and tell you, you have to get up and brush your teeth. Nobody's going to tell you you have to cold call, you have to prospect. It won't happen. And so you're going to have to say, now, today, starting today, I am the CEO of my company. I have to look at my numbers. So let's just use me as an example. And this is somebody who has has a crazy schedule. Okay. I know all of us got crazy schedules, but I think that I've got my hands full and some more hands full and some more hands full. So I want to tell you, so what I did so far today is that I've closed 15 closings. Okay, I've had 15 closings. The volume is 7.18. My average sales price is 478. So if you look, I'm about 90 to 95% of on the listing side, because here, if you see the transaction breakdown, it was one listing I had, but it was in-house. One of my agents sold the house. Okay. There was four cooperative sold that I had four listings where the other agent sold it. Then I had one buyer. And then the next nine is that co-list. A lot of times I do co-list because I don't have the time and I don't mind sharing the piece of the pie. Okay. So that's the breakdown. 90 to 95% of my business is listings, and it is intentional. And I always share this story till you might get tired of it. Is that one of the things that when I was an agent, I started out as a buyer's agent. Don't knock buyer's agent because you make money off it. But one thing that a buyer's agent has to do, you become the employee. And so what that means is that you got to work in the business, you got to grind. But when you get listings, you become the employer. So now if you're over in Dubai, then you have all the 60,000, all the agents all over, they're working for you, and you don't have to be in the grind as much. You still have to do work, but you don't have to have the bias where they say, hey, I've shown you 20 houses, but now, my husband, his glasses is on the wrong way. So now I don't want to buy anymore. Or they go and listen to their Auntie Sally, and their Auntie Sally tells them that their friend is a real estate agent. Now all of a sudden they want to use somebody else. It's a little secure with the buyer's brokers agreement, but it's not that secure, okay? Because people can find a way to get around it. So that's why I intentionally go after listing. And when I made up my mind, it starts from the mindset I made up in my mind. People would tell me, thank God that you're getting ABC. Thank you, God. But that's not what I want. You said if I delight myself in you, you'll give me the desires of my heart. I want listing. Once I started targeting in my mind, and I started telling myself, and I started making the confessions every day that I enjoy 10 listings per month. I enjoy 10 listings per month. Once I did that, 99% of the people that calls me, they're calling me to list their house. It's very few buyers call me, but I had to do it in my mindset. So again, this is just my numbers right here, and that you all may have more numbers because you can do the business full time. But for someone that's not doing the business full time, here are my numbers. Number two, goal setting and clarity. From reflection to direction. From reflection to direction. Numbers don't lie. They also don't lead until you attach purpose to them. Numbers don't lie. The reason that we don't deal with numbers is because we don't like to hear the truth. We don't want to face the truth. But you cannot tackle it until you confront it, until you write it down. That's even with your bills. That's with your finances. That's with anything. Ask the CEO today of your company, which you are. Goal setting and clarity. We want to get your numbers in order. And that's what we're talking about today. Okay. Numbers don't lie. You have to track what you did, you have to measure it. You cannot deal with it moving forward if you don't measure it or if you don't track it. Most of us don't know. And then, even if we've had zero transactions, even if we've had one transaction, even when we had three transactions, we don't even write that down because we tend to think that it's nothing. We're the CEOs, okay? Most times we're working in our business. We're not working on our business. That's a good CEO. Go and look at Fortune 500. They're working on their business and not all the time in their business. This component right here, you are working on your business. That's the part that you cannot forget. Here's my current inventory right now, 2026. This is my starting line. This is the starting line. And so what happens, I say today for me, not January the 1st, literally. Today is Dr. K's January the 1st. This is my January the 1st. So I have 10 active listings right now. My volume is 5.1 million. My two coming soon listings total 1.5. So my total current inventory, I am going 6.6 already in the game. So I'm already in the game. So now the momentum, and because of that, it gives me momentum. But what happens when the momentum dies? We got to have a system in place. We got to have a system in place because that momentum it won't always be there. But it's a plan now where we can measure it, we can execute it because we look behind, we look before, we reflected on it, we looked at our numbers, and then this is our inventory right here. And again, don't feel bad where you're at. The beautiful thing about this day when we woke up this morning is that we have an opportunity, especially if we're healthy. We got an opportunity, and if we stay focused, we can make some things happen. And the next thing is, if you do like I'm saying, is we treat it like January the 1st. We don't even have to worry about it, because when January the 1st literally gets here, we're going to be running out of the box, and we're going to have deals where we can close because we put a plan in place. We're working with our 2026 plan right now. It's okay with the vision board. We're having the vision board, but this right here is true numbers. And that's what's going to help us, because they're going to be in our face. If anybody has a question, because when I start talking, I don't see chats, I don't see anything. So if anybody has a question, as I always say, you can get off mic and you can ask the question, because it's about you, it's about your growth here, so that we can help you, as always, get to your next level. I want you to get your pens and paper out. Get your pens and paper out. I want you to fill this in with me. Okay. I don't care if it's zero. I don't care if it's 30 million. Coach Jeff may have 200 million. All right. He may have it, but it doesn't matter. Get your pen and paper out. I can't see if you have your pen and paper, but remember, you got on here for a reason. Okay, you got on here for a reason, because you're interested in your business planning for 2026. So let's do this. This is your North Star. Okay. So, and you don't have to know your numbers to the T, because I didn't tell you to prepare for it. I didn't tell you to prepare for it. So what I want you to do is, anybody out there with me? Okay. Or anybody want to do it with me? Okay. If you do, let's do it. Your 2025, write down your closed volume. Write your closed volume down. Okay. I want your increase. So my goal for 2026, if I'm at 7.1, my goal is 25 million. So how I know my increase, I put 25 million minus 7.1 divided by 7.1 equals 2.5. Okay. 2.5. If you have zero, if you have one, if you have two, if you have five, if you're not doing this, you're cheating yourself, because you can say, I'm going to get off the phone, I'm going to get off this webinar, and I'm going to do it. Most times we're not going to do it. This is an opportunity. Tell me who's doing it. Can somebody get off mute and say, I'm doing it? Fool me.
I'm writing it down, Dr. Karen.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Shay
doing
is
this as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Nikki. Hey, Nikki. What's up, Nikki? Hi, Nikki. Okay. Okay. So write it down. I need you to write it down. So write your closed volume, your target increase. What's your goal? What is your goal? You may say 10 million. You may say 5 million. You may say 3 million. You may get over there with Coach Jeff and say 500 million. But write it down so that you'll know your numbers when you get off this webinar. Okay, my goal again is $25 million. That's my goal. That's a 2.5 increase in what I did in 2025. My average sales price is 478,000. So that means that I have to literally close 52 deals per month. Now, going from 15 to 52, that's a big jump. Okay, so I would have to say, okay, well, maybe I'll take my price up. Okay, I'll take it up to 550. Okay, I'll take it up to 750. Now maybe I only have to do 39 deals. Okay, monthly pace 4 to 5 deals per month if I'm going to do it at 478, or I'm going to take that purchase price, like I said. Imagine if you did 7.1. Let's say this is just for discussion. This is just for discussion. Nothing, all commission is negotiable. So let's say 7.1. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. I like doing the math.
Hey,
Seven,
Dr. Karen, I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow along. I think I got a little bit lost before you go on. So I understand that your 25 million in step three, that is your volume goal. That's a number that you came up with, 25 million, right?
yes.
And then your average sell price, you're getting that from where?
My 2025 report.
Okay, okay,
Okay. Okay, that's
got
a
it.
good question. So I got that. That's where I went to the Miami board and I printed real numbers. Okay. I have some more transactions that I closed, but they were like in Georgia or somewhere else. Okay. But in the Miami board, I went into the agent report and I pulled my numbers out from there. So my average price is 478,000. So that's where I took that number from. So with that number, in order for me to reach $25 million, I need to close one deal per week. Okay, I need to close it. So let's just say, again, just for disclaimer purpose, all commission is negotiable. So whether it's
Dr. Karen,
1%, yes,
I am sorry.
that's okay.
Um, I don't know if the numbers make sense to me because if your goal is 25 million and you're at 7.1, you actually have to triple your business at least.
I have what now?
You have to triple your business. You have to do threefold in order to reach the 25 million. So it's actually 248%.
Right, that's why I got 2.48. It's 248%, but I moved the decimal. So it's 2 point, you're absolutely right. It's 240. So what I did, I just moved the two over. So I'm not the best math person in the world. And that's the number I got. That's why I pulled it over. So what JP is saying that is 248, but let's do 248%. Wherever and it's okay. Thank you so much for that. So what I did, whether right or wrong, now I'm good in English, but math. So if it is 248%, it's a growth on what I need to do to reach 25 million, because that's the key for me, the 25 million. What JP was saying is that the increase is 248% as opposed to 2.48. But my main number is 20, my
5
main
million.
number is 25 million. That's my main number. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. I need to do one deal
Right,
a
doctor.
week. So unless I'm going to do more volume, more my price, my average sales price need to go up. If it needs to go up, then that's the market that I need to start targeting. So now maybe if I do 750, then now I don't have to do maybe but 30, let me see, 30, let's see, maybe 39 houses or something. That's just for an example. Okay, as opposed to me doing one deal a week. But let's think about 7.1. Let's say I did 7.1. And again, this is just for example purposes. Let's say my commission was 4%. I would have made just there, this is gross, 284,000 had my commission been 4% off of 7.1. So let's go down some. Let's take the same 7.1 and let's do 1%. That's 70. If I only got 1% of 7.1, I would have made $71,000. Hear me out. The average agent does not make 71,000. Does anybody know what the average agent makes yearly? Just take a guess at it.
Maybe
Nothing.
15,000?
Nothing.
Well, maybe.
Well, so the average, the ones that's even working full time, probably about 40 to 45,000. About 40 to 45,000. Okay. That's working full time. Okay. A lot of them, because there's so many of us, we're working and we're all capping at zero. We're capping at zero. Okay. We have the coaching program so that agents don't cap at zero, so that they can at least make 5 to 6 figures in their first year. I hope that at least 3 people, I know Shay, I hope that 3 people, this is why I'm staying on this page right here, that put down their volume. They put down their closed volume. I don't care if it's zero. I don't care what the number is. And create your 2026 goal. Write it down, your 2026 goal. How much do you want to make? How much? And then your average sales price, you pick it, not Dr. K. If it's 500, if it's 700, you pick it. Joe, I know you're writing this down. I already know it. I don't even have to see you. I know you're writing it down. Okay. How many deals that you want to close? The 25,000 and the 3 and 4 is going to tell you what you need to close. And then now you're going to break it down even further. You're going to go to per month. And now you're going to break it down even further. You're going to go per week. Circle your final 2026 volume. Circle it. Circle it. I'm sharing with you all, and I'm telling you all to do something here. Okay? I'm telling you all to do something, like do something, move your pen and your paper, okay? Move your pen and paper. Move your hand on your cell phone. I'm literally saying, hey, do it. I told a few of my agents, I said, I think you all should come on here so you can get this, because this is a vital component of your business. I didn't do this. This is one of my school of hard knocks. When I was a real estate agent, when I first started, I would not even think about writing out what my numbers are, what I close. All I knew is I just wanted to collect the paychecks because I saw a lot of checks coming in, but I did not do my numbers. So that's my number, and number of closings 52. I'm probably going to go at a higher price. Okay. I'm going to probably go at a higher price, but that's my number. 25 million is my number. So if you hear me in the course of the year and I say I got 25 on it, I got 25 on it, I got 25, you all know what I mean, because I'm going to speak that so much till people are going to get tired of it, especially Sandra and Coach Joe, because I talk to them more so than anybody. I got 25 on it. I got 25 on it. My volume goal 25 million, 25 million, 25 million, 25 million. I'm going to break the record. I'm going to break that word 25. 25 million, 25 million, 25 million, 25. You're going to see it. And my husband going to get tired of it. If you see him, by the time I break that number, you're going to say, they're going to ask him, what's Dr. K's favorite number? Somebody put in the chat 25, 25, 25. That's how you do it. You got to start dealing with your mindset. What's my favorite number, Shay? Shay, what's my favorite number?
25, 25.
25,
25 with 6 zeros.
So you see, I'm gonna make that. You ever seen anybody have a ingredient on cooking a cake and they got different ways on how they cook it or how they do things? I'm gonna have different ways on how I shape that 25 million. Shay just gave me another one, 25 with 6 zeros. It's gonna go in my inner spirit. That's the key. I'm going at the 90% of listings. Buyers would just come to me on the strength of referrals or repeat business or somebody who's seen me on social media, but I'm going intentionally after the listings. KPIs. Most of us, we don't know it, nor do we understand it. KPI is what we call key performance indicator. What it is, it's just numbers that tells us whether we are on track or whether we are off track before money even hits our account. Okay. KPIs That's our key performance indicator. Key performance indicator. Weekly numbers. They say who control? Put in the chat, I control, because it says you control. So you're going to put in the chat, I control. You mean I control these numbers, Dr. K? Yes, you control your numbers. Put in the chat, I control. I control. Coach Jeff told us a few weeks ago, door knocking. He said he went to a $19.3 million house and he said they started door knocking, door knocking, door knock. Oh, that's what they did. Ask our group how many times we've been out there door knocking. You mean I control these numbers? Okay. Oh, they didn't say Coach Jeff. They didn't say Shay control them, because if Shay controls them, then now it's out of my hand. Now I'm at Shay's mercy. I'm not at Shay's mercy. I'm at my mercy. I control. So we have two indicators. We have the leading indicators. Those are the actual activities that we have to do. Those are the activities. The lagging indicator, I would take a screenshot of this too. The lagging indicators, those are the results. Those are the listings, the closing, the money, the cha-ching that goes in our bank account. Dealing with the leading indicators and the lagging indicator, it predicts our income. See, it's no hit or miss. Most times we're hit or missing when it comes to our business, because we're not monitoring the leading indicators and we're not monitoring the lagging indicators. If we keep an eye on this right here, if we keep an eye on this, then our income is predictable. Our income is predictable. So that's our key performance indicator. Weekly numbers. I'm right here. I control my numbers, not my husband, not my brokerage, not anybody else. I control it. Here's what I have to do, okay? Because I put for me just so I can see it and so you all can just have a sample. This is why I did it. And the reason that I put mine and we didn't use Coach Jeff numbers, because some people may say Coach Jeff numbers may be a little too high for them to hit the mark. So I put my numbers in here. Somebody that has a crazy schedule, crazy schedule, and put it in here because it's obtainable. You can reach it. Okay, you can reach it. All you got to do is just stay focused to this right here. So this means my conversion is that I have to make 200 contacts and convert them per week. Okay, 10,400. Anytime you break them down in small nuggets, it's easable. I'm sorry, easable. That's not even a word. Oh, Jesus, forgive me, y'all. It's you can get it. Okay, listings taken. I have to get 55 listings and 47 signed. My
I'm sorry,
listing,
Dr. Karen. May I interrupt for a second?
please.
How did you come up with the metric for the conversion of 200 per week?
How did I do that? I did that with ChatGPT. I told him what I did and I told him to give me my metrics.
Got it. Okay. All right.
I'm
All
an
right.
AI
All right.
specialist, okay? So that's
Okay.
how I did it. Because let me tell you, JP had to he had to correct the numbers. I'm not good with math, but I know my numbers. See, I know my numbers, okay? And then I used the calculator. So that's how I did it. And it all went back on my 2025 projections. I mean, my 2025 on what I did, Shay. So that's how I got the numbers, because it gave me a list, my metrics of what I did in 2025. So my goal was to get 25 million. So it gave me a clear shot of what I need to do. Okay. So I need to get that. So you see how I need to get 47 listings closed and I need to get 5 buyers. And that's my end result of 52. So that's my That's my plan. That's my key performance indicator. So if I don't do anything else, I need to keep my eyes on this. This is what I need to keep my eyes on. And so the key and the beauty about it is that every week I can track what I'm doing. And so if I'm not doing this, I know the next week I need to go higher, because that's where we get lost. We're not tracking what we need to track weekly. I already know. Nobody has to tell me. Again, I'm going back to the average agent because I wasn't doing it. I did not do it for a few years. Okay. And as I continue to learn my own self, I know that my numbers are important, that I can't even sell my real estate company unless people, the first thing they do is show me your numbers. I'm working with a sixplex. The first thing the buyer wants to see, I need to see your numbers. I need to see your seller's numbers. That's the key in business, the numbers. And we hide behind busy work because we're not doing the numbers. Even if nobody says something to me, I know they're not. And I'm sharing and I'm begging to let you all know how important it is. But I already know this here. There are 3 seasons that we're in right now as a real estate agent. We're going to take what Dr. K said and we're going to run with it now. That's a season. The next season, you'll never do it. You would never do it, no matter who teaches you. And your next season is that the seed is just being planted in you right now to know your numbers. You're just not ready for it because you haven't fully accepted that numbers are important. So you're in one of those seasons. I don't know which season you're in. You know what season you're in. You know you're going to take it and run with it today. I'm going to take it and I'm going to run with it today. Or the seed is being planted, or you're never going to do it. That's it. You're in one of those stages, and that's it. And there's nothing nobody can do about it. No matter how much information you get or how much information you don't get, those are seasons. 4 types of KPI. Lead gen, how you find people. Conversion, how you convert them. Marketing, how you stay visible. Consistency, how consistent you are with your system. Me, I always add a mindset thing. I always keep a mindset component with me because I deal with a lot in real estate. And I think if you all are full time, you deal with a lot. Not only do we deal with a lot, we deal with outside factors, okay? Family, jobs, people, children, deals blowing up in our face. I had an agent, and I know that she was a new agent, and she had 2 deals. She was all excited. She had 2 deals, and I personally thought they were going to close. I thought they were slam dunk, and the deals didn't close. She focused so heavy on the deal and they blew up in her face. And she ended up kind of getting out of the business. She shifted. I thought they were closing. Nobody couldn't tell me they were not closing. But so you need that mindset component, because what do we do when the momentum dies? What do we do? Who's the cheerleader? That's why so many agents are not closing. Who's the cheerleader? The cheerleader is not showing up today. So now you got to figure out how to cheer yourself up. But even if you don't have that momentum, if you got a system, I told the students this morning, I said, the reason that I can become disciplined in a lot of areas is because I've learned to do it anyway. And that's how you create the consistency. Okay, so I build that mindset component into my day-to-day routine. I build it because we need it. So you got to get your lead gen. You got to get how you find it, how you convert them, how you stay visible, and how you create systems to stay consistent and be intentional with it. Be intentional with it. Decide, this is just an example, decide what you're going to measure each week. You can pick whatever it is that you want to measure. You can measure the number of calls that you get on when you get in Mojo. If you all use the dialer on Mojo, okay, that's just one. It gives you a report of everything you do every day. So you can use that as one of your key performance indicator. You can use that. It gives you your report. It tells you how many people you spoke to, how many contacts you had. It tells you how many dials you made. It tells you that. A lot of the dialers would tell you that. Okay. So now you don't even have to do the work. Next thing, you all know me, I'm going to say AI. AI would create you your system. So every morning that you get up as a business owner, as a CEO, you put your template in there and you put your numbers in there, and it will spit out your report every day. Every day. We say we don't have time to do that. What you're saying is that, hey, Dr. K, I hear what you're saying, but I just don't have time to make my business grow. I just don't have that kind of time, because I'm not asking for you to do a lot for your business. It's the small things. And here's something, is that most agents, we know what we need to do. We just don't do it. And we're looking for this wow thing, this crazy big thing for us to make a lot of money. But that's not how you make money. You make money creating the steps over and over and over. And that's why we end up doing a lot of busy work, because we're looking for something that all we have to do is just create the money making activities. And we don't have to do a lot of them. We tend to think we got to do a lot. We don't have to, and I'll show you in a minute. So you can create what you do. As I said, maybe you want to just do 1 to 3 things in the beginning. Maybe you want to say how many people you talk to in the week. Maybe you want to say how many note cards that you send out in the week. You pick something. But don't get off this session and don't pick nothing, because if you don't do anything, your next week, you're going to have the same outcome. Your next month, you're going to have the same outcome. Your next year, you're going to have the same outcome. Say to yourself, oh no, Dr. K, I respect you, but baby, you a liar about that for my business, because you don't control it. I control that. Oh my God, with my clap up. Dr. K, I like you, but you don't control it. I control it. So now whatever my numbers are, I'm going to put myself in charge of my numbers. I'm going to be responsible. Sandra always says this, I'm betting on myself. That's how come I made it this far, because I'm betting on myself. I have to laugh by myself, but I'm serious. I say, listen to this over and over until you get it. Take this here as part of your library. I'm serious. Just take this as part of your library and just get it in your system until you master the key components. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to take it over and over till I know it backwards, because I need my 2026 to be 25 million or more. If I listen to this just one time, I won't get it, because I can't get everything at one time. I need to hear it over and over and over and over and over. What gets tracked gets improved. I like that. What gets tracked gets improved. Turn your KPIs into a weekly action plan. Goals equal destination. Your KPIs equals your dashboard. The schedule is the engine that gets you there. Your schedule is the engine that gets you there. Okay? Here's an example of my weekly plan. Okay? Conversations 200, admin. I work in my CRM and my back end. My follow-ups, I'll show you my calendar, but this is just an example. My follow-ups, 30, listing appointments, social posts, videos, training, mindset, admin, CRM updates. Okay, I'm just going to give you a sample of what a schedule should look like. 9 a.m. to 11, lead generation. One of the things that we decided this morning to do in our coaching call on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to literally get on the dialer. We're going to call Mojo every hour on 1 hour on Monday and Tuesday. If they do nothing else, at least they've done a power hour. If they do nothing else, at least they've done that power hour. Me and my agents, we go door knocking twice a week for about 2 hours. So that's 4 hours. If they do no other lead generation activities, they've done well because they're above of the average agent. So 9 to 11, create your schedule. Remember when I said that it's not crazy. You don't have to do so many things. You don't have to phone prospect. You don't have to door knock. You don't have to open house. You don't have to do the different things. Just take you one or two and stick with it. 9 to 11, lead generation. Who can't give, if you can't give your business, and I'm serious, if you cannot give your business 2 hours, your question to yourself, do I really want it? Am I hungry? Or am I just gonna go do like the people when they eat that turkey on Thanksgiving Day, do no more work, or they just do it when they want to, or they play hit or miss with their business? Okay, it's almost like you're the CEO of your house. You are the CEO, you and your spouse. Maybe your spouse is the president or you the VP. Okay, I'm not sure how that goes, but you all got to run your house in order. If you don't run your house in order, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be crazy. It's the same thing in our real estate business. Okay, 11 to 12, your follow-ups, 12 to 1, lunch or your personal time. Public should not be happening any time of the day. Going to get your nails, it should not be happening any time of the day. But it is. I just feel it is. 1 to 2, prep for your appointments or your showing. 2 to 4, appointments for or listing presentation. And so this is what I tell the agents when it comes to door knocking. I know you may have an emergency appointment for a buyer. You got this awesome buyer, but you need to learn how, or you should learn how to keep that as non-negotiable time. I don't care about a buyer's appointment. Put them after 11 o'clock. They're not going to leave you if they believe in you. But what happens is that we start lead generating and we get on a roll. And as soon as we get a buyer or a listing appointment, we go in there and we put it during that slot. But if you keep putting something in that slot, we would never create habit. That's the key, creating habit. One of the agents told us, say, I'm doing this every week because I need to create a habit. So when the fourth quarter goes, it's a habit. I'm doing it just like that. Appointments or listing presentations habit. 4 to 5, social post or video contact. Evening review wins and next day. Most of us as a real estate agent, we work longer than that. So all the busy work that you have to do, it should be after. Busy work should not take place in here. 8, most of us, who in here works longer than 8 hours? I can't see it, but put 100 if you work. I worked more than 8 hours. I didn't go to bed till about 1 o'clock. As soon as I opened my eyes, I was getting ready to get up, but I seen something blink. Coach Jeff had emailed me 2:30. Most of us work around the clock. And a lot of us like what we do. We don't hate what we do. That's probably why we do it. So your 9 to 5 should look something like this right here. Anything else is secondary. That's secondary. Okay, we got a few more minutes. Don't overload. Be consistent. Don't overload yourself and think so hard that you got to do so much because you don't. Even if you just did a power hour, that's 52 more hours than the average agent. Focus on your daily disciplines. Choose them. If you're going to the gym for the first time, you don't have to work out with 50 pounds. You start from 5 and build your way. So even if you don't take all of this, take you 1 to 3. Say, Dr. K, again, I hear you, but let me stay right here because I need to build. And you can build it. That's it. You don't worry about being perfect. I know we're so afraid what people are saying about us on social media. I was on a call this morning and I had a baseball cap on and I didn't have a wig on and I had my stocking cap on and it fell off. I'm not embarrassed. Maybe because of my age. I gotta laugh at myself. I gotta laugh. But those things happen. If I could stop it, I would have, but I couldn't. I was on a roll. I told them I didn't feel that good this morning, but by the time they started me talking, I started rolling. Okay, so it happens. So don't worry about perfection. It's your turn when something mess up. We all get things messed up. They're not perfect. Miss the block, you miss your power hour, reschedule it. Don't skip it. We play hooky, we skip it, and then we think it's okay. That's the habit that you're creating because anything and everything that we do, we're creating habits. So if you schedule something and you miss it, that's a habit you're creating. If you schedule something and you erase it and you replace it, that's a habit you're creating. One good week leads to momentum, but you got to keep it going. I'm already getting used to door knocking. I really am. And I'm liking it. At first, I did not like it. Your schedule should match your goal. And this is why it's so important for you to do. You can measure your productivity, your lead indicator, and your lagging indicator because it will let you know if what you're doing is matching your goal. And if you're not matching your goal because you're looking at it weekly, you don't have to wait till the end of the year and say, bam, I didn't meet my goal because you're doing it weekly. And the reason we get off course is because we haven't created the habit to do it all the time. Accountability is important. Track it to win it. Accountability. Review your KPIs and you're able to adjust it and celebrate consistency. Celebrate. Share with us about what you're doing. This is why we're here to help you. Most brokers, they don't go door knocking with their agents for whatever their reason is, probably because they don't like to do money making activities. We're out in the trenches with you all. And one person told me this morning and say, hey, let's do the calls. Let's actually do the calls. We were not doing it, but as soon as she said it, I said, okay, let's do it. Because what's important for me and Coach Jeff and me and Sandra at the brokerage and me and Coach Jeff with the training program is because we want to see you all win. That's the key. Accountability system, put it where you put, in other words, what this is saying, have team check-ins. Most of you all can call me most times, okay? And I'm probably going to call you back or figure out something, okay? I'm okay with being your accountability partner, but you're going to have to say, I'm going to do it. Even if it's one thing. Winning Wednesday, create it. This is, even if you have nobody talking to, you can create your own accountability system. So you can create your winning Wednesday and tag us on your social media. You can create that on my testimonial Tuesday. You create it. And then what happens, the reason that we don't do it, probably one of the reasons, I don't know all the reasons, is that we're not consistent. And then we started getting bombarded and we start seeing so many other people on social media where it looks like they're rocking, they're just doing their thing. And then we get a little discouraged because we're only doing the little something. No, keep pumping your winning Wednesday because you all have something to celebrate. It's the habit. Create the habit. And once you start creating the habit, then you'll start finding your wins. You'll start finding it's the same thing. You would not, I already know this. I know this for a fact. You would not walk out the door without brushing your teeth. I know that. You know why? Because we've been doing it all our lives. That's why. We're not doing that. At least nobody on this call. We're not doing it. So Create your winning Wednesday. Start getting, if you're on social media, start sharing your wins. Start tagging us in your wins. People want to see this is, and you're helping other people. You may not know you're helping other people, but you are helping other people. They may never say anything on your post, but you are helping them because you're making a difference to them. So, from a spiritual standpoint, our job is to further the gospel. And so, what you're doing when you're going out there, you're talking and touching the people that has been allocated in your path. When you don't do it, you're being selfish because you're thinking of yourself. And so now you rather just be selfish and not go out there and spread the word or help someone else. Why accountability matters? Planning is easy. Listening to me is easier than execution, and execution requires accountability. See, right now, it's easy to listen to Dr. K because you might be doing something else. That's why most times we're not showing our face and that's okay. That's okay. That's why I say make this your library. Get this and make it part of your library so you can learn it, and you're not doing anything. The responsibility is on me to keep talking. Okay, that's the responsibility. So the execution is not on you. And that's why accountability plays into part, is because then the execution is going to require you to do something. Your 2026 roadmap, you know your numbers, you have your plan. Now we're going to execute. If you did that one sheet that I stayed on hold, you did what most agents never do. Let me say that again. You did what most agents never do. You had a simple business plan right there. You just have to stay accountable, stay consistent. And if you do, 2026 will be your breakthrough year. A key nugget for you: don't wait for January, literally. Say, I'm starting my January 1st right now today. If you say that you're starting your January 1st right now today, it's going to tell you how your 2026 really going to be. Because if you don't create the habits or start now, when 2026 rolls around, it is going to look just like your 2025. That is why I said, for me, I am starting my 2026 today. I would tell them to give me a copy of this video, and I'm going to play it in my ear until it get in my spirit so I can walk it out. 25 with 6 zeros. I got 25 on it. What you want me to do? Give you $25. Do you want 25 cents? Hey baby, this is 25 the number. That's the magic number in our house. You see how I'm really telling myself that? That's how I did when I shifted over from buyers to sellers. I started talking to myself. That's what my mindset piece came at. That is it. I felt like I talked fast. I felt like I ran my mouth, but I'm good. I feel excited. And please ask me a question, give us a comment, or say something. You all know you got to say one thing, and then I'll release y'all.
Hey, Dr. Karen.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's Shay. I just want to thank you for sharing this with us, because I think Sandra touched on this a little bit. I think last week during the mastermind class, where she said when she interviews agents, they often come in and the target number for them is always they want to do 6 figures a year. And she says that we never put in the work. And I think that that number sounds good, or most agents don't put in the work. The number sounds good because it's a nice round number and it sounds like it's attainable, but I don't think you really understand the work that has to go into it. So with this framework, you've given us you've given us a framework where we can now plug in the numbers and make it make sense for us, so that when we come up with this number, we know if it's a realistic number or if it's not realistic. And if it's not realistic, but we still want to reach that number, now we know how to get there. So I thank you for sharing this information. It's extremely valuable.
Good. And I'll say this. Thank you, Shay, for that. is that we all have schedules. Money gives us better options. And so that's why we go out and do what we do. I love real estate. And I hear people say, I love real estate. I'll do it free. No, I love y'all, but I'm not doing it free. I'm finished with that right there. But the point that I'm making is that give yourself a power hour. She's one of the ones that goes door knocking. If Shay didn't do anything else but door knock and we follow up with the leads, Shay's business will look, whatever she's closed, her business will be double next year. She's made a commitment to door knock. So even if Shay did no other money making activities during the course of her day, watch how her numbers go. She's going to be a testimony. Now, if Shay numbers don't grow, then what happened is Shay didn't make door knocking a habit. That's it. So if you give yourself and say, I got you, Dr. K, but I can't take all that. Okay. So the only thing that I'm going to do a power hour. I'm going to do a power hour and track something, track one thing. And if you take that and run with it, then you are above about 80% of the other agents. Did anybody else thank you, Shay, for that too. Anybody else have any questions or comments? We got about 2 minutes.
I just want to see when would the recording be available. I was working off and on, mostly during this, and so I want to be able to review it again, and as many times as I need to.
Yep. Yes, it will be available. I'll make sure you all get a copy of it today, but it is. And as I stated, I'm going to get my recording and I'm going to listen to it over and over and over and over till I fully get it, and it's going to be all over. Okay. One other question. Any last questions? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Thank you all, as always. Thank you for joining us. Coach Jeff, I didn't hear him, but I'm sure he's with us in spirit. And thank you all so much for coming on. Make it a great selling day. And I am signing out, but I'll make sure you all get the recording today. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
Dr. Karen.
Karen. Great session as usual.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Nikki.
Karen.
Okay.
Thank
Have a good one.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Karen.
Okay. Bye-bye.